plan these things?
What up?
Hey. The truth with Marci.
Yes. Thomas Joel Anderson.
That's right. Okay,
Yes.
so we decided to share. We don't have a sunset to necessarily share with you, yet we're enjoying this beautiful beach and having some awesome conversation. And I think this guy's got a message that is really powerful that I felt like he got to share. What did you just tell me was the main reason like you're feeling this draw to create your book, which is The Art of Health Hacking, which is some awesomeness?
Yes. Thank you, Marci. So the draw to share the message of the art of health hacking is that we don't lack the science, information, or technology to live healthy. We lack the art to know how to use those things.
And I'm going to go deeper than that. That's not what I was referring to.
Right.
That's awesome. So just from that, you know, this guy's got a brain of like, he's got an amazing story of wanting to share the game of health and wanting to share and break through a bunch of blocks. And what you said to me a minute ago about your look.
Yes.
You know where I'm going.
Yes, exactly. And the real story within the story that will be in the book, the underlying message is that we are more than our looks, and health is beyond the physical, it's beyond fitness. And personally, after modeling for the last 2 or 3 years on and off, a lot of healing has happened for me, because I personally just wanted to feel like I was more than my looks. And I sometimes felt judged for not being more than my looks. And I've had a lot of healing around that. So a lot of stories and focus
Which
on that.
I thought that was powerful because I resonated with that. And I was telling him how, you know, when people be like, oh, you're a trainer, or oh, you're a fitness girl. I go to these events and they like look at my arms. They're automatically like, oh, you must be a fitness chick. And it used to kind of piss me off because I was like, fuck you. I'm not just a fucking trainer. I know what I do. I break through people's bullshit. There's a reason why I'm called the ultimate life catalyst, right? And then I was telling him how I recognized it was such a beautiful gift that people were seeing me out of whatever their trigger was. They wanted me for the body. And I'm like, all right, sweetness, come here. It's okay. Come here. We teach you the body so we can go to the inner shit that's allowing you, stopping yourself from having the body. And so what I was telling him is, because we were talking about his journey, which I thought this was beautiful, is, you know, having a disconnect with modeling from the past, judging himself, seeing a lot of ego in it, and now he's feeling this draw to utilize that space of modeling to create a message and do the greater good. Right? Like,
yes.
Awesomeness. And he was like, so how do we were talking about how do we really go about that and release the ego and do this stuff. So we were getting in this conversation, this beautiful journey and gift I actually see it as. His looks, okay, as surface as this is for our society has been trained to go, I'll listen to you because you're beautiful. Because you look the part of what I think is the ultimate ideal creation experience. And instead, when we're actually like, oh, so it's a gift that I'm like, he's this beautiful thing to stare at. So, right, you can stare at him. I'm just being real.
Yeah, I do it all the time in the mirror. Seriously.
Right? He's like, I got
Stare
you.
at yourself in the eyes. A lot will come up
I
for
love you, right?
Yeah.
And so, so he's beautiful to look at, so you can enjoy that. And then guess what? There's so much more here that actually, so people will listen. And he has this gift of he is actually connected to source and himself and dropping those stories of ego that he has a message to share. How fucking cool is that? And you can look at it and enjoy it at the same time, right? I know, I'm a genius, right?
You so much love. Thank you, Marci.
And there's the hair.
The hair
swag,
gets
right?
in the way.
All right.
The awareness that we all have gifts. We all have different gifts, and not letting those gifts be realized and expressed is doing what you were put on this earth to do, a disservice, doing God a disservice. And it's so empowering to act on that and fully embody that, and that's what I'm really excited to
there's
share.
one more connection we got to share, and
yes.
you know, I know we're rambling and going on more and more. There's so much love and truth in this conversation.
A lot of gold.
Okay, so that reminds me of so when we first came down here, he was really tired, and I'm like, dude, your energy, right? And we get talking about his passion, his purpose, and his message, and the dude is lit up. He's like giddy on hype, and I was like, have you noticed your energy? And so what we were talking about is that when you are masking yourself, you're falling in love with potential, you're tolerating relationships, you're doing something you don't want to do, all these physical symptoms are showing up for him too. His right ankle is swollen. I'm like, oh, moving forward. And you know, his thing in the ER, I was like, what can you be angry about? What's behind you? Blah, blah, blah. You know, this is how I roll. I go deep really fast. And so what we talked about is when your energy, when you are pretending to be something that you're not, when you're putting your energy towards something like self-sacrificing yourself, this is why I'm a fuck yes girl versus a yes bitch, self-sacrificing myself. Instead, now his energy's fucking on fire. Because it's already within you, but when you're not connected to that, you're literally like, it's so exhausting to not be you. Just fucking be you.
Oh,
just be your beautiful self with your message, okay?
Yes. Deal. Done.
All right, cool.
Locked it down.
I think we've locked down enough for now.
Yeah.
Let's go have some dinner.
Thanks,
This is Marci Locke and
Thomas Joel Anderson.
And you guys can catch his book coming soon, The Art of Health Hacking. Top choice is yours. Choose your best life.
Woo! God bless. Health, yeah.